very enlightening that one is not allowed to speak for a while. It adds to human patience. But well, welcome to this wonderful occasion, this great celebration of Mahakumbh, and especially in light of its enormous contribution to peace building, or to say planetary peace, especially in this very turbulent times. So thank you so much, Professor Girish Kumar, and of course to our great friend and the one who inspired this whole Amrithagiri Research Foundation or Amrithagiri Foundation, Shri Denny Amrithagiri ji. And we have heard something about his commitment to planetary peace, as we say, and how he's using the nature's attributes, the mountains, the rivers, to bring about that consciousness. And I think also one aspect which I'm gradually discovering is his commitment for social peace. So welcome, Denny, for this wonderful initiative. And for me, it's I had to join this. I have joined it, not because of the fact that UNESCO is committed, or UNESCO chair for peace and intercultural understanding resonates so well with the ideals and work of Amrithagiri Foundation, but also because I see a way of living here. I see a light here in this particular initiative, which actually gives us not only the spiritual bliss, but also satisfaction of doing, uh, bringing harmony and peace in our own lives and along with the community and the global community. So, some of the very nice prefacing expressions are already with us. Thank you, Professor Girish. But let me say that, uh, today, as the pious Mahakumbh comes to culmination, actually, I think tomorrow, the major uh, portion of Mahakumbh as such will be over. I may be, slightly, because there are different interpretations about it, not going there. But let me say that peace itself is about people, and especially mingling of people. Long years back, when I was exploring the meaning of peace, and I met with a very enlightened soul, not simply a scholar, but a practitioner. And I said that, can you give me a word in addition to harmony, bliss, etc., etc.? And he said, mingling with people, meeting with people around you, and mingling them with a sense of coexistence, sense of bliss, sense of celebration is what peace is about. And that way, I think Mahakumbh is an occasion, and I think it will live in history as one of those extraordinary moments where millions and millions of people, let's not go to the counting thing, because there may be 10 interpretations of it. Important thing is to realize that this is one greatest ever occasion of people coming from across regions, across geographies, and across cultures to a river. And the important thing to register is that meeting all difficulties, weathering all problems, people from all strata of society getting together, and still living without caring the religious affiliations of different communities who are there, or economic strata. So this is one example of what we say as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the planetary peace ideals we have. And this is an ideal which is not only relished in our culture, Indian civilization, but it is relished all over. I mean, these days, that's one of the things that I'm trying to know more about it. In different cultures, civilization, whether it is Ubuntu in Africa or in rest of the civilization, I think the important learning of today is that if we have to live peacefully. We have to think in terms of togetherness, in terms of caring for each other, in terms of living for the community, not for ourselves. And this is one kind of learning that people have when they come to Mahakumbh. And my job is, because we have very learned speakers lined up, and I would simply like to say that one of the major concerns of uh, global people, global societies, global institutions, not the war mongering institutions, not the military based institution, but the peaceful institutions and organizations, has been to the concern how to bring about what UNESCO describes as the culture of peace. How do we develop and evolve a culture of peace, living together, accepting each other's differences, accepting each other's uh, incompatibilities, and still living together? Last year, I think in 23, UNESCO culminated a decade-long celebration of what they call is the rapprochement of culture, French word, that different cultures coming together and coming together as a confluence. And this confluence uh, reminds me of the river Ganga, as we call it, Ganges, whatever name you call it, the Triveni. And confluence has ever been so significant in our thought process. And I come from the city of Varanasi, and there also this confluence takes shape in so many things, even between the Hindu and Muslim communities. We have Kabir Das, we have Bismillah Khan, who would play flutes in Lord Shiva's temple. We have Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. See how the different two communities borrowed a sense of living together peacefully from Triveni, Ganga Jamuna coming together. So Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. So these narratives, these dictums remind us that the impact of Mahakumbh, which is felt very intensely today, was simply a culmination of the way our civilization, or if somebody prefers the word, Sanatani civilization, prevailed. I mean, giving greater preference to community living and living together despite diversities. If India is kind of loved the world over, and that is because of our respect for our love for diversities and bringing together diversities, not of our own people, but also accommodating, merging together people who have come from afar, who have come from different cultures. And I think that way, the Mahakumbh exemplifies that spirit of togetherness. Togetherness, not simply in terms of humans, but also in terms of all planetary elements that we have. And that is where I think the prayer of Shanti, I mean, the expression of Shanti in our tradition is not simply absence of war or conflict. It is about a union with nature. It is about respecting every living and not living being together. So Mahakumbh exemplifies this, and I hope and pray that spirit of togetherness and working together. I mean, we have wonderful speakers. Professor Dwivedi is going to kickstart, as we call it. And only the other day, I was talking to him, and he explained to me in great detail that it was actually a very meaningful idea to bring both Sur and Asur together for Amrit Manthan. We need to learn to work even with those people whom we consider to be evil, because unless we work together, we will not be able to get that Amrit. So, this is a message today that I would like to think, and especially it's so thoughtful that this Amrithagiri Foundation is taking up this issue, because after all, we are all in search of that Amrit, even if we don't live forever bodily, but our soul, our spirit should live forever. So, with these expressions, I would be very keen to hear my colleagues and wonderful speakers here. And I congratulate Girish ji, who brought me in association with Mr. Denny Amrithagiri ji. And I hope all of us will become a part of this network, because today it's all about network. We are connected. Amrithagiri is already connected with all of us. We are all part of this network, and we will hope to carry on our march towards greater bliss and happiness. Thank you very much.